That means being able to hold on during the tough times. Do you know how many trillions of dollars black people have lost by simply selling our stock too early? Because we get all traumatized and freaked out because the price is dropping and you get scared. Next thing you know, you sell and and somebody else is walking away with the wealth that should have been yours. Resilience. So when Angela tells that story about giving birth chained to the bed with the sheriff watching, I mean, just the ultimate low point of your life. I mean, my God, I can only imagine what that's like. And then the baby goes to her grandmother or to her mom. Her mom dies 6 months later. Then the baby goes to the grandmother. The grandmother dies when the baby's 12 months old. You don't get no lower than that. That's volatility. That little asset that created some volatility. That's investing. That's investing. So she's holding on during these volatile periods. And now look, now her asset has flourished. Now the valuation, the potential has become realized. Now her child is graduating from MIT and is going to be an asset to her family for the next 40 or 50 years, maybe longer, 60 years. I don't know. So ultimately, most of the time, when you make an investment in any asset, whether it is a business or a child, you're gonna run into the volatility. And what will get you through is the training, you're maintaining focus on your vision and being resilient enough to withstand the difficult moments, maybe double down on your investment during the difficult times, buying the dip. That we call that buying the dip so that you can enjoy the rise. Do you follow what I'm saying? This is all connected, and I wanted to make sure I shared that so that you don't think that we were talking about something other than wealth. We were talking about the ultimate. We were talking about pure wealth right there. So some of it, for some people, they might go right over their head like, what's this got to do with abortion and babies and no. And again, I'm not telling you what to believe about abortion. I know it's complex. But no, this is human beings are a massive form of wealth. You don't believe me? Go look at how many slave masters were able to get a mortgage by using their slaves as collateral. You don't think slaves are wealth? No, you can go in and yeah, you could take your slaves and say, I don't have any money, but I got 200 Negroes, and they'll say, oh, but you're a very wealthy man. Well, how are you a wealthy man if you ain't got no money? Oh, because I have people. Do you understand? So that's what you have. That's what when you give birth to that child, you've got a person. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with that potential. And unfortunately, because a lot of people can't see it, you have fathers that'll run away as soon as they find out the girl's pregnant. You got women that'll say, "Oh my God, how do I get rid of this baby? Because I want to party for another 5 years." I'm not judging, but that's what happens. Or oh, my bank account's a little low, so maybe I should just go. I don't get those things. I understand money. I value money. I think money is very important. I think you should be financially conscious. But part of financial consciousness is understanding what money can and cannot do and what things should never be traded for money. I don't believe life should be traded for money. That does not make sense to me. So anyway, I'm done talking. Her URL is auntie.angieshouse.org. I had a whole set of discussions I was going to have. I forgot Angela was coming today. So actually, I'll hit this up a little bit later. I was going to talk about Trump and this Greenland thing. And speaking of holding on to your assets during difficult times, there's something called a taco trade. And taco stands for Trump always chickens out. And what that means is that people that have been watching this guy, whenever he says crazy stuff and causes the market to dip, people start buying the stock because they like, oh, he's gonna chicken out. He talks real big in the beginning, but then really he talks big in the beginning to really set a standard for the negotiation. And then eventually he says, oh, everything's fine.